Welcome back, everyone. One of the first major gatherings at Milwaukee's Veterans Park post-COVID is scheduled for early June. The UPAF Ride for the Arts, sponsored by Miller Lite, returns to the lakefront.
And new this year, the event will span 3 locations and 3 weekends in June, one of the many changes to the annual tradition of now more than 40 years. We are joined this morning by Christine Hanaki of the United Performing Arts Fund. And Christine, before we get to the ride, we've been talking a lot on this show about how some of the major arts groups in Milwaukee are getting back now to in-person performances. How are people's contributions to UPAF, particularly over this last difficult year, helping to make that happen?
On this morning. Well, I have to tell you, we are thrilled, as is the entire community as well, to have these groups back on stage. It's UPAF's mission to sustain these world-class performing arts groups, and it has been such a difficult year for the performing arts. We've had to cancel more than 1,600 performances. There's been a loss of $22 million in revenue. And so we could not be more excited to see the Milwaukee Rep. They're opening tonight with the First Lady of Song, with Ella Fitzgerald, Florentine Opera, Milwaukee Ballet, Milwaukee Symphony Orchestra, and even Next Act Theater. They're all performing to live paid audiences. This is just great news. We're in the middle of our UPAF community campaign. So there's lots of companies that are doing workplace giving campaigns, and we're engaged with people in the community to say, please give to your local arts. We need to sustain these assets.
Well, Christine, it's so good to see you. Let's talk about UPAF Ride for the Arts. This event, it's so great. It's a lot of times a beautiful day in June. So many people there wanting to raise money for this wonderful cause, and everybody kind of feeds off the energy. It's going to be different this year, but it sounds as if it's still going to have some great energy to it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, like so many events in 2021, Susan, this year has been the year of reimagining and creating new experiences, and we have worked for months side by side with the Milwaukee Health Department to create this approved, safe, fun event for everyone. It's our single largest fundraising event, and we are just elated. We've got Miller Lite returning as our presenting sponsor for the 41st Ride for the Arts series. And you heard it, I said series. You mentioned it when we started. There are going to be 3 events, 3 Sundays in June in 3 different counties, giving people the opportunity to choose their own path and their own pace to our UPAF that's a tongue twister, Ride Reward stations. So you can think of these stations like your start line, your finish line, or riders can arrive anytime in between the hours of 10 and 1.
And the other spots, Christine, Waukesha and Ozaukee County, is that right?
Yeah, that's right, as well as Milwaukee.
So how do people choose which one they want to do? Which is the downtown event like the premier event, or do you see them sort of all as equals here?
Yeah, well, they're all going to be equal. All the events will be the same. So you can sign up for one or you can sign up for all 3. I think you choose depending on how you want to get involved. So far, we're seeing many people sign up for Veterans Park, but we've got a great location in Brookfield at the Sheridan Wilson Center for the Arts and in Port Washington at Coldock Park. All the details are on our website at upafride.org, and we have video animation with the entire experience. We have an FAQ with all the details. And there's lots of great things happening at all the reward stations when you arrive. There's going to be tons of volunteers that are going to welcome people as they arrive. There's going to be artists performing. Susan and Andrew Varela from First Stage are going to be our MCs. They always have lots of energy. And everybody's going to get a drawstring backpack you can sling over your back. It's got premium incentives. I'm not going to do any sneak peeks right now. I'll let people be surprised. And then they're going to get snacks and water like they typically would. And then there's going to be surprises at every event. Will and Sprocket, who is one of our official bike sponsor, is going to be giving away 2 bikes randomly at every single location.
Well, Christine Hanaki of UPAF, great to see you again, and glad the Ride for the Arts, reimagined as it is back on this year. The UPAF Ride for the Arts series, sponsored by Miller Lite, opens the first weekend in June. Registration is open now. For more information on how to sign up, you can head to our website at tmj4.com/link.